Well, hello. How are we doing? We meet again. Thank you for joining my channel, Daily Momentum. It's exciting to always wanting to present some momentum to you, and you choose me to bring that momentum. And so, this is what I want to do: is keep that momentum going. And then all you have to do, just go back and look at some of my videos. Just get excited about being an entrepreneur, being a leader, or trying to be a better worker at someone's job, because I don't knock that. From a person that is going to work for someone, maybe you need some little building frames to keep you to be a better worker. That's okay, because sometimes we already know, if you look at some of my videos, how I describe entrepreneur is really a hardship in trying to do. Because guess what? In order for me to get to where I am now, guess what you have to do? You have to be consistent. And every day when you're not consistent, guess what? There becomes a slump and you go out of business. So I want to give you some information about being consistent. And I do have a definition to get you excited about, because I have to study some of these things to try to keep some things line on line, and some other people may explain it a little bit better. But just take some of these things that I'm giving you to keep you the momentum, to keep you to be a better leader, to be a better boss, or just a better supervisor. My definition of talking about consistent is always behaving in the same way, has the same attitude towards people or things, or achieves the same level of success in something. So you have to keep that level as being consistent. Consistent would be me doing a schedule like I talked about, or a practice of some kind, just keeping it going each and every day. If I want to be able to make my stores at a certain time, where I have to get up at a certain time, I have to be daily consistent. For me to run into stores and to sell stuff in stores, if I'm going to Dollar Generals on Wednesdays, then I need to be consistent every day, because that customer's coming in and saying, hey, I didn't see any such and such in this store. It's been 2 months now. When we going, that's a sale that you lost for not being consistent. Not only that, it brings other trouble with the store and all that. So what I'm trying to tell you, if you're having some problems with being consistent in your life, you have to start small with adding some things into your life so you can be able to be consistent. Because in order for things to work better and to allow things to be better for you in your life, to be successful in your life, you have to continue doing that same pattern over and over and over again. So you probably say, but man, I'm burned out. Well, then guess what? This field of entrepreneur, or the thing that you're doing as being an entrepreneur, maybe it's not something that you like or something that you want to do. Because if you wake up every morning and just can't wait to wake up every morning for it to be able to start your day, get things started. I'm not saying that you're not going to have no unfilling days where you just all peaches and cool and high and jumping around and stuff like that all the time. There's going to come some days, some downtime. But when you get to a pattern where you just burnt out, then it's probably not your thing. So that is things that we're talking about consistent. So we all know it's being, listen to some of these things, you have to have some spiritual background with this. I do have a verse. It's coming from 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brother, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So in that verse, it tells you about being consistent. Not only that, being consistent is starting your day off in the Lord too as well. Just putting in work, putting in labor, because when you're saved, God's not going to allow for your things to just go in vain. You have to always, I don't have the right word that I want to use, but being consistent is very vital in part, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Even when you want to work out, you have to consistently do them things over and over again in order to bulk up, to get muscle, or whatever you need to do. So I just thank you all for just joining me today. It's exciting. We need to keep that consistent. If you are going to work, or if you are being an entrepreneur, you need to get up at a certain time to get things all lined up. Then you need to find, if you can't get up, you need to put something in place to make sure that them employees have that consistency so they can follow along with that. Because if you're not showing consistency, you being lazy and messing around and joking around and all this all the time, then they're going to follow that pattern right behind you. So a good leader is always going to have the consistency. So try to keep that consistency in your life all the time. And I just want to give you a bonus scripture in Ecclesiastes 11th chapter, 4th verse. He said, "He that observes the wind shall not sow, and he that regretteth the clouds shall not reap." So because there might be rain coming in today, should I not go to work? Should I not try to make that sale? If my truck broke down, should I not go to work or work on trying to get there? I just say, oh, and leave it there and walk away and say, hey, I quit. No, you have to go through some circumstances. There's going to be some difficult times in your life. There's going to be some things that go on in your life, and storms go in your life. You just cannot give up. You got to be consistent. Be consistent in what you do. If you don't get it all pulled, and say, hey, I'm going to try again the next day, because maybe tomorrow might be a better day. And so you might not get everything in the end because of some things that go on in your day. It's okay. You might have a little setback. You'll just take it as a setback, but don't go and speak and say, I'm having a bad day. No, just say I had a setback and we're going to move forward tomorrow. So thank you all for joining me on Daily Momentum. Let's keep the momentum going. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.